Greetings, everybody. We have returned once again. We're here to finish out our third portion of our Sunday evening, and we are going to be continuing down the railroad tracks of new knives for 2021. But this train will be being led by Benchmade.
Indeed.
I don't know if they're leading the train.
Word salad.
Yes, word salad is correct, Paul.
They are
That is what I
more
was
like
going for.
passengers on the train, and they're really hoping they get to the destination.
I feel obligated to tell any kids watching this right now, do not walk down the train tracks. That's a quick and easy way to get killed by a train.
If you're not paying attention,
Yeah?
like, don't cross the bridge. At least, don't cross the bridge.
Don't cross the bridge unless you're paying attention.
They'll sneak
But-
up on you.
The conductor of this train, who even knows if he's going to get to the next stop, right? So
He
let's just
might
cross
be too busy looking at the next knife.
next knife.
Yeah.
Hey, would you look at that? Another automatic I wish I had.
Kind of classy.
The first knife is an automatic?
New knives,
yeah.
Benchmade. Come on. Other than
The
the
auto fact.
monstrosity, as far as, but we'll
It's
get
a
to that.
fancy,
For
fancy
some
fact.
reason, I accidentally scrolled all the way to the bottom.
That's not the start.
So you sons of bitches are raving about how much you love this fact with, is it aluminum bolsters and carbon fiber?
I don't
and
give
yes,
a shit. I don't give a
S90.
shit about the handle materials. They look cool.
S90 is the kicker.
Yeah.
S90 is
Yeah.
the real kicker on
sure
the
is.
story
If they
of
don't
the
make
new
this a
auto
manual, I'm
fact.
angry.
They need to do an S90 fact because that deserves to be. But as far as the aluminum and the carbon fiber, man, I give it a 4 out of 10 enthusiasm.
To
They're
be honest,
going.
I kind of like it.
they're-
It's kind of got a tuxedo thing kind of going for me.
That's
It
what
makes
they're.
me feel like a
That's what they're
international
aiming for.
spy.
They're trying to
It's
give you those
the-
full bolsters. They're kind of going after the old stiletto style, right? Like,
I was going to say it's the kind of 90s style of what classy stilettos looked like.
So if you had
Yes.
given me a satin blade with red accents or satin blade, like something, but the black blade is, I guess, what's killing it for me as far
yeah,
as
yeah.
the-
Yeah,
I'm just
I
giving
can
them
see
a
that.
black blade as I would be otherwise. Maybe when they make a manual, they can do it in a satin blade.
maybe.
hopefully.
I'll
Next
tell you no,
knife.
they're different.
Next
Next
knife.
Canada-friendly knife.
We'll see about that. Oh yeah, we will. Meat crafter.
No,
I just want to quickly say what's going on to Darren. He snuck in during our last break.
Hey,
What's
buddy.
going on, brother?
Happy to have you.
Indeed.
Just like Nigel's happy to have this knife.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not as happy as I would be to have the original Meat Crafter.
Oh yeah.
I am still going to own this, though.
Uh-huh.
It's already decided, huh?
As far as the functionality and the niche that I want to be using the Meat Crafter in, this is still going to fill the role that the first version does. But as far as the aesthetics and stuff go, it doesn't grip me the same way that the first version does.
Right.
Grip with the rubber handle.
Um, we can just end here. We can just be done for the night.
Next.
Sorry, guys.
Next knife.
It should grip him. It should grip him real good.
Okay, so
The thing that I wanted to say is that, like Nigel said, the original micarta and whatever else handle in the S45 would have been a knife that I would have carried just because I liked the way it looked.
Mhm.
This is a knife that I'm going to buy, and I'm going to put it with my hunting gear. And it's going to probably spend a lot of time in my kitchen as my go-to fillet knife and boning knife and things like that. It's going to be very
Yep.
utilitarian,
on that note,
but the other one was a work of art.
I think you could probably put some cold steel C-clips and belt carry this thing.
I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying I won't.
No. But I mean, for an EDC, like you were saying, an everyday outdoors, whatever it is, whether I'm rabbit
Mhm.
hunting or whether I'm trout fishing, this is a knife that you could very reliably stick on your hip or
Yeah.
stick in your pack and be very happy with, right?
And-
Like it's
Mhm.
For sure.
they are using relatively thin stock as well. 2.286 millimeters. That's
They
pretty thin.
have to. Both for two things: the flexibility. If you've seen this knife, in any videos that you've watched it, it does have some decent amount of flex to it. Both the S45 and the 154 versions do. But also because of the select edge, which they did on both versions as well, right? So you get the 14-degree angle. Hopefully there's no hiccup in the grind like there is on a whole bunch of other models I've seen.
Yep. I was going to say, if it was too thick, the bevel would be too tall top-wise.
But that's how you know how sharp it is.
No! Next knife.
Next knife.
Yeah,
Hey, look at that.
That's about that.
Nobody saw this coming. Not a single person saw this coming.
No, it took everyone by surprise.
Yeah, shocker for the world over.
I think if you look back 2 months ago, I actually predicted this knife. But anyway.
Complete surprise.
No, but even before that, before the surprise, I really like the fact that they did standoffs on this knife, but they still did the same purple color.
Yeah, I like it.
I dig that.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
You ruined it like a Sabenza 31.
Hey, gotta get those Barney colors, man.
Sorry, I gotta pretend like I'm on Fisk's side.
I gotta pretend.
Well, good job pretending.
I'm fine with the colors, but for me, it's like I do enjoy standoffs. But if you're going to make a mini version of the classic one, keep it the same as the classic. It's the G10 one that has the standoffs, they put the standoffs on the G10 one.
I agree.
Keep it the same.
I agree 1,000%. The fact that this doesn't have the nice little ribbed backspacer is kind of like, it feels kind of thrown together, which I don't really like.
I agree with the comments that we're seeing in the chat. It doesn't look like the same purple. I really am waiting to see it in person next to an original 940 to see how that color varies.
These photos are likely taken in like a small enclosure, a photo booth to minimize reflections, so it's probably going to look a little different in real life.
That's also pretty pink, just saying.
Yeah.
It's a little hotter than... Yeah, looking at it on screen, it does look very similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're a little hotter than the 2021 version, but we'll see where that goes.
I was going to say the color is a little hotter than purple. It's not quite hot pink, but it's a little hotter.
It's a little fuchsia.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
My was that color in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, next knives.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about them in a pair.
Really? Okay. All right.
We should talk about them in a pair.
It's the 535 BK-4 and the 535-3. Dennis is super excited about it.
Talking about predicting things.
I think you maybe predicted this one, Paul.
Yeah, the carbon fiber at S90. I was lamenting about the fact they didn't have that as an option in their customizer, and now we know why.
Okay, we got to roll through a little bit quicker than what we're going right now, but I will say the coming soons. The S90 carbon fiber one is actually going to be on the dinner plate within the next month or so, whereas a whole bunch of these things you're looking at 2, 3, 4 months down the road for a whole bunch of these items when it comes to the countdowns and the coming soon.
Well, sure.
So I am pretty jazzed up about the fact that the carbon fiber with the fancy new blue anodized backspacer and the S90 and the Hey is going to be here soon.
Yep. Got to capitalize on that bug out popularity.
It's coming in right around my birthday.
And I'm never going to own it just because I don't like the handle size of it. But the fluting on that aluminum carbon fiber, it's beautiful.
Aluminum
fiber.
But I know what you mean.
Or the aluminum, yeah.
Yeah.
The fluting on the aluminum.
It is very pretty.
I looked today just because I was curious on whether the Benchmade customizer had aluminum as an option. It doesn't. It doesn't have aluminum as an option.
Of course.
I looked because goddamn diggity if they put this fluted aluminum or any sort of aluminum into a customizer and then let you go to town on that. Motherfucker might own a custom bug out. I'm saying.
It's official. I want both.
sucker.
Dennis was
Uh-huh.
saying, what were you saying the other day? You wanted to get both, Dennis, and then do a blade swap so you could have the.
Yeah, okay, it's so complicated because I want to do a blade swap, but then I want to do a hardware swap, and I don't know if the blue aluminum backspacer will fit into the aluminum handle, but if it does, then the carbon fiber is going to look weird just with the barrel spacers and the notch cut off the back, so I'll have to get an aftermarket backspacer. It's like, Jesus
Next
Christ.
knife!
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted just talking about it. Next knife. Oh, it's a mini bug out. Who the fuck cares? It's a mini bug out
Mini
of black
bug out?
CF. Who cares?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mini. Yeah. All right.
It's
The
CF.
Oh.
It's less flexy than the smaller flexy, less flexy to begin with was anyway.
Let's not talk about the Flexi Flex. Let's talk about whatever the fuck
Yeah.
this is.
Next knife.
Hey, Paul, is this
It's
is
a
this
little
for you?
busy.
Um,
There's one thing I like about it.
Okay.
Two
tell
things.
me.
Oh.
Two things I like about it.
there's so many things. Don't even
Tell me.
start.
I like the blue shield,
Let's see if we
Of
can
course
get
you do.
Yeah.
and I like the backspacer,
The
just
ref-
not on that knife.
the Revere Noble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a good
The
use of
rest of the
material.
knife's a little busy.
So
It-
for
it-
this year, Benchmade decided to use the Tengu Flipper as their flagship gold class model, and they overdid it just a little bit.
Paul, for you to say that a knife is too busy,
This
Dude,
is what
so-
it takes.
I've seen Dragon Scale where he's like, "Ooh, I like that."
Hey.
like just
Dragon
Big
Scale
Dragon
Damascus is hot. You shut your mouth.
So
just
the thing that I don't like,
Just to end this cover. I'll just leave.
the one thing I don't like is when a knife that has a Damascus blade also has a Damascus handle.
But it doesn't. It's snow
I know it
patterned
doesn't,
carbon fiber.
But visually, this is so
but
close.
visually it feels very similar.
hmm
It's too much of the same pattern.
Yep.
I feel like you lose a lot of the detail of the shield in the pattern of the handle as well. So
Yeah.
it feels
And
really
that'll
misplaced.
definitely be dependent on knife to knife, just depending on the variants and the swirls and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But if this is any indication, ugh.
Yeah.
The backspacer glows, and that's a quick way to my heart.
It's cute.
So the good news is you have 78 days to think about that knife before you get to the next one. Next knife.
Next
It's
knife.
a great price point considering it's a gold class too. It's cheaper than a lot of them
Okay.
have been recently.
Anyway,
Yeah.
next knives. Do we care about them? They're autos. Yeah, Claymore
Claymore.
looks cool. You put Braille on the front of it because you guys are kind of douchey. Anyway.
That's the main talking point I had, is I hadn't actually done the research, but I wanted to see if that actually does spell out Claymore.
No, it says
Point towards enemy or something like that.
yeah, front towards enemy or
How do
Yeah,
you
it's
know
like-
if you
it's
have
like
to
you-
feel the fucking text? How do you know where your goddamn enemy is?
Anyway,
no, Joe, I will say I am going to defend that choice as far as the aesthetics and the thematic of calling it the Claymore, because that is on the Claymore mines.
it's not Braille though.
It's like Morse code.
It's Morse code, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
right. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, fine. It's tactical enough to get by my fucking filter.
Yeah, like I don't like it personally, but as far as thematic and keeping in the genre of what it is and what it's named after, it's fitting. I agree with that choice.
And
The-
Benchmade is pushing the crap out of this thing to the American
Yeah.
market.
Well,
they are
dude.
really
They are.
hammering
Okay.
the Claymore.
On the reverse
Yeah.
side, it says USMFG, like in the handle.
hmm
That's so
That's right. That's
weird.
right. It does. Deal with it.
Next
And then they showed the Presidio and came out with an only half serrated version that's an auto that we can't have, so they're dicks. Good for them.
Yeah, that's why I actually carried this guy today,
Oh,
Is
as
because
far
they're
as jumping
dicks.
onto the next knife.
nice.
The bronze handle's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it's nice. I'll pull mine out too. Wait, no, I won't. I don't care. it's over there. Drink.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the lighter weight Presidios that they used to do, but I actually do really enjoy this guy with the beefier handle, so I can see the new version being popular.
And it's M4.
But it's a half serrated only. Like, you can't get it plain edge, so that's stupid.
I'm pretty sure Fisk actually had one of the SHOT Show ones that he played with as well. I don't know if he still owns it or not, but I want to say he had one. Yeah. Anyway, next knife. Oh wait, next 4 knives. They're OTFs that look awful like the other OTFs that you've made. Is there any?
They look like cheap knock, like a Lightning OTF or something like that.
Is there anything fancy about these things? S30, aluminum handles, blah, blah, blah. Nope, nothing. Okay, next knife.
Next knife.
Oh, wait. Fixed bladed adamasses. That's a precursor into what's coming.
Yes.
Hey, the butterfly's in a weird place.
You're a
The
butterfly.
butterfly isn't a weird place.
Do I have to look at them? It weirds me out. It looks like I feel like I'm looking at a knockoff.
So the cool thing is crew wear.
Yeah.
Skippy. 250's up there, though, for a blank piece of steel with a chunky paracord.
Uh-huh. It's got enough holes in it that you can make a handle for it at least.
Yeah, you can. Front towards enemy is what Justin's saying, and I believe that because he plays Call of Duty.
Yeah. But yeah, Adamas, fixed blade. That's the same as before, but crew wear now. So cool. Crew wear is a good choice. Next knife.
Yeah.
Next knife.
I think that
Mini
kind
OC.
of justifies the point. Oh, yeah, weird. Mini SOCP.
Mini SOCP.
It's small! So
How
Small.
simple is that blade?
I don't care. I'll stab you like I will with the little tiny Kershaw out the front one.
It's a
I want to stab you, but I
2.2
don't want to kill
inches.
you.
2.2 inches. Enough to dig in, but that's about it. Okay.
Enough
So-
to dig in.
Even if that knife, like even if the SOCP mini one has the same size handle as the original SOCP, that thing is going to disappear in my hand. You won't be able to see it. It won't be functional for me.
Because
So what you're
because
saying
the
is stealth kill?
because the original SOCP was so functional.
Well, at least the blade
stealth kill.
stuck out some. This one, I'm sure the blade won't stick out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to cut glass with it because it's going to be
Yeah.
a scribe knife.
Exactly.
Next knife. Oh, Jimmy, it's my
yeah.
pick. It's my pick of the year.
I'm cautiously optimistic about this. It's cool. It's a mini Adamas. That thing's tanky as hell, and they made it small. It's a 3
They
point.
rounded and they changed the butt end and they did a bunch of stuff.
And
They
crew wear.
did. And crew wear.
And crew wear.
At like a
And-
65 Rockwell.
Yeah.
I'm mildly intrigued just because the original Adamas is such a giant tank of a knife and so pocket filling, chunky, and stuff like that.
Chonky.
But I have my reservations for obvious reason.
Well, hey, they make the full size of crew wear now too. So
I know, but it's still chunky.
yeah.
It
Okay.
is.
So
It
and
is.
Dennis and I were talking about this the other day. They slimmed down the blade stock down from what is it, 5 mils on this guy?
0.7 to 0.4 or something like that is what they went to.
Yeah. 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 It's
2.7 to 2.4 or something like that. Yeah, for mils.
2.7.
So,
I wanna
intrigued.
Yeah.
It was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, 250 American for crew wear at that hardness.
280 for the big boys.
Yeah, I'm interested.
And 360 for the autos that we can't have. Screw you.
Next
It's-
knife.
No.
Civic design, right?
No, but having said that, I just one more point.
Sure.
I just bought an M4 Blur because, as far as a utilitarian, it would be a great camp knife, and that's why I bought it. And then they announced that there was going to be a mini Adamas with crew wear, and all of a sudden, my camp knife priorities got all uppity in the hey. And
Not
yeah,
in the hey.
I'll own
yeah,
both.
if I like an Adamas as much as I think I'm going to, the mini, I might have a Desert Tan one coming for me for a new camp folder.
Yeah,
'Cause
understandable.
That would be a sweet knife. Next knife.
Crew
Don't put it down in
wear.
the sand and disappear.
Mini Osborne. I mean,
We already talked about this
new,
some bitch.
So yeah. Okay,
Did we score even the some bitch?
I believe so.
I think so. We should. I should know that.
Next
what?
knife.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can jump in next knife. Infidel, we can't have it. Good for you. You made a blue aluminum handle, you dicks.
Yeah,
Next
but
knife.
it's pretty looking. Steep.
Oh, and then the
Steep
last
country.
knife is a bullshit knife too. Yeah. We've already talked about this.
All right, we chewed through that pretty quickly.
The new handles are great.
Do you like the new
On
handles?
the steep country, yeah.
And the full
Yeah.
flat. And the full flat
All the-
instead of the saber.
Yeah, all the changes that they did with the Hunt series for, like, they did all the changes in 2020, but they're counting them as a 2021 release. But all the changes that they did as far as the handles and the ergonomics and stuff, all the right choices for sure.
And the sheaths, although I will say that the leather sheaths are better, they're not good.
Yeah.
I'll say.
You got to be careful. You definitely got to be careful with them.
Yeah.
So, but the Kydex, I really like the Kydex quite a bit, and
Yes.
especially like I was saying with cold steel C-clips, if you want to belt carry something, it makes it pretty nice to be able to belt carry pretty much anything. So,
Yeah. And I understand the choice of the orange in the Kydex for the sheath, for the hunt knife aspect of it, but I'm a picky ass bastard and I hate that they did them one side black and one side orange. Just
Yeah.
do both sides orange.
Actually, you kind of would have preferred that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna neck knife it.
I'm not saying
You-
that's the wrong thing to do, but I'm not saying it's the right thing to do either.
well, not with a steep country, but if you did it with a hidden canyon, you'd probably be okay.
Oh yeah.
Don't neck knife a steep country. That's a bad idea.
I'm gonna do both.
Apparently,
Then
Ben
get a
was,
hidden
calling,
canyon.
Ben was calling you out earlier as wearing 3 neck knives at the same time. Just have the bling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead of the gold chains, because you're Italian.
Yeah.
Well, that's my whole idea. Is I'm gonna nest them together. They're all gonna be paracorded to each other.
No. They can't be nested together. You have to have them so they all splay out, so you can show off as much as
You
possible.
bet. Always.
What am I like? The world's worst Mr.
And-
T?
And
Yes.
one of
Yeah.
them
Yes.
is
Exactly.
more comfortable in a reverse
Is it
grip.
the
So
tank
that's
top?
how
Is
you
that what it is?
Of course it is. Yeah. It's the ZT Gators that we got on order for you. I would like
We
to
got
know,
one Kershaw and one ZT.
all the guys watching, as well as the best new, whether it's a ZT, whether it's a Kershaw, whether it's a Benchmade. I'm going to throw it out there. What's the best new for you guys that you're looking forward to?
S90 bug out.
All right.
It is the bug out that I want.
Initially, I want to say the Meat Crafter, but with the changes that they did, I don't know.
I see what you're saying as well. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But I don't have anything else that like jumps out as the top knife out of what we discussed this evening.
I gotta say the mini Adamas. I'm super jacked up about that thing. For sure. Yeah. I'm also looking forward to a couple Kershaws just for novelty's sake, like the Highball XL and the Turismo. I think those are gonna be fun. I'm curious about Kershaw's mixture of assisted with KVT, but I'm more interested in that versus assisted with IKBS.
Yep.
These two things have come out of the woodwork, and we've got 12 knuckle rounds of bare knuckle boxing for the year of 2021. And I'm sure our scoreboard is going to see who's the winner of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with 52 weeks and counting, I'm going to throw the challenge out here right now. I didn't know where this stream was going. I told you this is going to all come out of nowhere. Kershaw versus Sierra KT. I want to see who's the stack winner at the end of the year, our scoring, but also versus what their new mechanisms are like. And I think their scoring will answer that question.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a CRKT versus Kershaw battle of 2021.
It's worth looking at.
Yeah. Initially, off of the top of my head, just for the aesthetics, I'm leaning CRKT. They came out with more interesting offers in my mind.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's going to be the action question because of the assisted versus with the ball bearing. I think that's what's going to come into play. But yes, aesthetically, ergonomically, but I'm very curious on because both of these companies threw this at each other and threw a bunch of models that have both of these things in it, and I want to see how they butt heads. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Thanks, thank you, Paul. I'm gonna give a tentative edge towards CRKT because they don't have a history of making assisted knives with liner locks, with ball-bearing detents, without detent holes in the blade. I wonder if CRKT is going to keep the detent holes in their blades for their assisted knives, because that changes the action a lot, at least for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Time will
That
tell.
that Alan Foltz knife is fucking crazy. So
Yeah.
The big old wang knife.
Yeah.
Sure, you put the comparison with a knife that weighs like 4 ounces.
Oh, that thing's
just all in the
ridiculous.
blade.
That
Like,
thing's
anyway,
ridiculous.
we need to wrap this sumbitch up. So
Indeed.
Yeah. So yeah, going to remind everyone that we do have the contest going for our 500 subscriber YouTube benchmark here. So make sure you go and check out the video that was posted this Sunday morning. Yeah, last week's stream that was posted this morning about, or no, it was last week's. Timing's confusing.
I'm gonna go for a piss break.
I'm going to tell you right now
A video
that
from a Sunday.
the episode is the January 3rd part 3 episode.
Yes.
CRKT 2020 release part 3 is the episode you want to watch.
Yeah. There is a question hidden within that episode that you should answer in the comments of said episode, and every answer will get entered into the draw
Into the draw.
for prizes.
That draw is for YouTube for 500. We also have the draw, which is Instagram. Paul, kick it.
So over on Instagram, for some reason I asked for more subscribers and we lost like a couple. So
Okay,
instead
so-
of being 4 or 6 away from 1,000, we're like 11 or 14 away from 1,000 now.
Okay, the problem is that a bunch of Damascus knife customers got put on blast this week from some of our regulars. So we might have just lost their accounts in general. And
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but that might have been a couple of them.
half them are all run by the same guy, and the other half are all bots anyway. So
Now, having said that, like and subscribe, you sons of bitches. Let's get us to that mark so we can do a second giveaway. Because on the YouTube giveaway, we have a Benchmade. You've already thrown it out.
Yeah. Grip Killian in S30.
As well as I'm throwing in there right now, we got another kick-ass headlamp from Claris. I'm not sure which variation, but there's one of them that lasts for, 72 goddamn hours or something like that I'm throwing in there as well. It's probably $100 flash headlamp. So,
Headlamp.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. There are some good offerings for sure. So make sure you get yourselves entered, because we appreciate the support that we've gotten from you guys. So we want to give back, but it's a little deflating when there's 2 people entered into the contest.
Indeed.
Just for the record, there's 3 if you look at
3
the
now,
comments.
yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
That's not good enough. Let's get this rolling, boys. Yeah. So,
We have
no comment.
500 subscribers. There should be more people joining the contest.
I'll give you a hint right now. If you look at the comments, you might be able to answer it fairly quickly. But I'm saying
That's a good chance of it. Yeah.
Sneak peek. So
So yeah, that being
let's get the hell off the air.
we're trying.
That being that, this is Nigel the Smith signing off.
I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
XL.ca.
We will see you again next time.
Gratuitous knife shot.
Oh yeah, we should probably do one of those.
Oh, I just, it's my jam.
Jump on Dennis's jam. Jump on Dennis's
Jump
jam.
it. Jump
Hey!
it.
Jump in the jam.
Listen, peanut butter.
We don't